Assalamu alaikum, 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan, the news read by Miriam Khan. First, the headlines. Black Day is being observed in Pakistan as well as on both sides of Kashmir tomorrow to reject illegal occupation of the state by India on this day in 1947. Prime Minister has expressed the government's commitment to provide all-out facilities to domestic as well as foreign investors. Pakistan and Nepal have agreed to further strengthen bilateral relations in diverse fields. Special Assistant on Information says dialogue is the only way path in democracy to remove the misunderstandings and involve consensus. UN Secretary-General has urged the stakeholders in Syria to start serious discussion on the conflict. Pakistan women beat Bangladesh in a first match of three-match series of T20 at Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore today. Another news in detail. Black Day is being observed tomorrow to reject the illegal occupation of Jammu and Kashmir by India on this day in 1947. It was on this day when Indian troops invaded Jammu and Kashmir and occupied it in a blatant violation of partition plan of the subcontinent and against the Kashmiris' aspiration. The day is marked every year to express support and solidarity with Kashmiri people in their just struggle for right to self-determination and remain the United Nations and the international community of its commitments regarding the resolutions of this long-standing dispute. This year, the day has achieved greater significance given the unilateral and unconstitutional steps taken by India on 5th August, revoking the special status of occupied Kashmir. Since then, the held territory has been under complete blockade and communications blackout. Prime Minister Imran Khan forcefully contested the case of Kashmir at the United Nations General Assembly session in September this year, urging the world to act immediately and press India to lift curfew in occupied Kashmir and provide Kashmiris the pledged right to self-determination. Radio Pakistan and Pakistan Television have arranged special programs to mark the day. News and Current Affairs channel of Radio Pakistan will also broadcast special programs in connection with the day to highlight the plight of Kashmiri people. Minister for Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan Affairs Ali Amin Gandapur has reiterated government's firm resolve to bringing freedom to occupy Kashmir according to UN resolutions. Addressing a media conference in Islamabad today, he said Pakistani nation will observe Black Day tomorrow against the atrocities of Indian forces and forceful occupation of Jammu and Kashmir. Ali Amin Gandapur said people from across the world will come out tomorrow and hold demonstrations to mark Kashmir's Black Day. The minister said he strongly condemned India's August 5th move and Prime Minister Imran Khan is taking up the case all over the world. Ali Amin said Pakistan stands with Kashmiris and message has been given to the world community not to take this issue lightly. He said several programs, including rallies and seminars, have been planned throughout the country to express solidarity with the people of occupied Kashmir. The minister said a message will be sent to the world through these demonstrations to draw the world attention to festering Kashmir dispute for its early resolution. He said 8 million people have been incarcerated in occupied Kashmir since August 5th and there is a complete blockade. In occupied Kashmir, all parties Hurriyat Conference has asked the people of occupied Kashmir to march towards the Lal Chowk of Srinagar tomorrow and held a sit-in protest to show the world the resistance of Kashmiri people does not need the means of telecommunications for their survival. In a statement in Srinagar, APHC said that Kashmiri people are committed to resist India's illegal occupation that had bulldozed their basic and fundamental rights. The APHC also said a complete shutdown will be observed tomorrow to mark the Black Day through a complete shutdown and exists in the occupied territory for the last 83 days. A group of independent international leaders, the elders, have called for access to international delegations and monitors in occupied Kashmir to ascertain the human rights situation in the territory. The group has urged the India to lift all travel, internet, and phone services restrictions so that the independent and authoritative assessment can be made of humanitarian needs and allied human rights abuses. The elders also expressed grave concern at serious human rights violation, including arbitrary arrest and allegations of a torture by security forces. Prime Minister Imran Khan has expressed government's commitment to provide all-out facilities to domestic as well as foreign investors. He was chairing a meeting of government's economic team in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister, while appreciating the performance of relevant departments and officials in improvement of Pakistan ranking in ease of doing businesses, termed it as a huge achievement of the country. He expressed the satisfaction that economic indicators are on positive trajectory with the value of rupee stabilizing and stock market indicator moving upward. The Prime Minister said now the mission of economic team should be on promotion of construction and small business sectors in order to generate employment opportunities and to run the economy on fast track. Imran Khan also directed to provide the facilitation to overseas Pakistanis in their remittances. Pakistan and Nepal have agreed to further strengthen the bonds of friendship by strengthening the bilateral relations in the diverse fields. The understanding came at the meeting between President Arif Alvi and Nepalese Prime Minister Kadga Prasad Sharma Ole on the sidelines of the Non-Aligned Movement Summit in Baku. The two leaders affirmed to enhance the economic relations between the two countries. The president noted that the arc of bilateral cooperation has been expanding steadily in the various fields of a mutual interest. Arif Alvi also briefed the Nepalese Prime Minister on the Indian illegal actions and human rights violation in occupied Kashmir in utter disgrace of the international law and norms. President Arif Alvi expressed the hope that the Nepal will play its role as SAARC chair for strengthening the peace and stability in the region. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Special Assistant on Prime Minister Information and Broadcasting Firdaus Ashikaman says dialogue is the only path to democracy to remove misunderstanding and involve consensus. In a tweet today regarding the political situation in the country, she stressed that matter can only be sorted out through negotiations. The special assistant said the nation has paid a heavy price for peace. It was through the sacrifices of lives that light the peace has been rekindled. She said unity and solidarity is the need of the hour in the backdrop of challenges faced by Pakistan. She stressed for collective efforts to achieve national development and make Pakistan a great nation. Chief of Air Staff Air Chief Marshal Mujahid Anwar Khan held a meeting with the commander of Kenya Air Force Major General Francis Ogola at Moi Air Base in Nairobi, Kenya. Various matters of mutual cooperation and professional interest came under the discussion during the meeting. The commander of Kenya Air Force appreciated a high standard of professionalism being set by the Pakistani Air Force over the years. The Air Chief offered support by the Kenya Air Force in the field of military training and aviation. Both the dignitaries reiterated resolve to further enhance the existing cordial relations between the air forces. In Afghanistan, security forces have arrested 4 Taliban militants during operation in Ghazni. According to Afghan National Directorate of Security, 3 militant hideouts were also destroyed during the operation. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has lauded a recent reduction in fighting in northeastern Syria and urged the countries involved to start seriously discussion to end the 8-year-old conflict. Talking to reporters at UN headquarters in New York, he said it will be ensured that the Constitutional Committee, which is set to meet in Geneva for the first time next week, starts its work as the first step for the political solution to the conflict. Pakistan women beat Bangladesh women by 14 runs in the first T20 of these matches series at Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore today. Batting first, Pakistan scored 126 runs for a loss of 7 wickets in stipulated 20 overs. Chasing the victory target, Bangladesh women could score 112 for the loss of 7 wickets. And finally, the weather report. Mainly dry weather is expected in most of part of the country, while cold in northern areas during the next 24 hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletin on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.